Hi, in today's video I will show you the correct spacing on your two-handed backhand to make contact in front of you here to the side of your body. A common mistake I see among recreational players is getting jammed and hitting too close to the body, so we're going to correct that mistake today. This video got inspired by one of the subscribers. He asked me if I could do a video about the spacing on the two-handed backhand as well, the same way I did on the forehand. So if you want a future video, just post it in the comments below and I might pick your topic the next time. If you're new to this channel, my name is Patrik Broddfelt, a tennis coach from Norway. The first thing that matters is the grip. I like to teach the grip if you have the index finger here, an X, and on the little finger. I like to put that on the second bevel here, almost like a continental grip, except the little finger goes up a little bit more. And then I take my non-dominant hand on the racket strings like this and go down. Now I will have the two-handed backhand grip. With this grip, will allow you to hit with straight arms at contact point here. If I change my grip a little bit more to the semi-western on my left hand, I will hit closer to my body and my right arm might be a little bit more bent when I hit. I see a lot of players of the Women Tour having a little bit more of a semi-western grip and hitting a little bit more jammed like this. It's okay. The reason I don't like it is because you get less power. If you are able to hit with straight arms, you will get more power and control of a ball. The first thing you have to do with the correct spacing is getting that outer foot, since I'm right-handed, it will be my left foot, behind the ball. I don't mean directly behind the ball like this, because then it will be too close. You see that. So you have to measure it like 30, 40 centimeters from the ball. Then you will have the correct contact points, okay? Correct spacing to the ball. You see this ball is like 10, 20, around 30, 35 centimeters, depending, this is depending on what kind of grip you have, okay? And at what height you're taking the ball. You see the higher up had to be a little bit further to get the ball. It's only a couple of centimeters, but it matters because otherwise you will hit the backhand here. You want to be out here. So you can see it by this racket handle is further away from my body. When I'm down here, it's closer to my body, okay? So that's the difference. So remember to get that left foot behind the ball, not directly behind it, but 30 centimeters, something around, and you make contact here and follow through. So some drills you can do on a two-handed backhand is hit with your left hand. Two-handed backhand is like a left-handed forehand almost. So it's good to practice hitting two-handed backhands with only left hand. What you can do then as well is you have your right arm out like this. You see I'm measuring the distance to the ball. Okay, so I let go of the ball, I have my racket here in ready position, and I hit. So that's a really good drill to practice on if you want better spacing to a ball. Okay, get the feeling of that left hand stretching out towards the ball. Another drill you can do is still with the left hand. So you're holding your racket with the right hand and putting your left hand behind the strings, and then you want to hit your backhand. Here you have to extend forward to get that spacing to the ball, okay? Look something like this. When you're doing this, you see you have to stretch out, okay? So I'm getting that contact zone as well. So that's a really good drill if you want to practice on the spacing and extending your left arm. So now you have 3 things you can work on. First one, proper spacing with your left foot. Second one, hitting with your left arm. Third one, hitting with both arms, except you're having left arm on the strings. If you have one of these coach's eye, I will use it. It's perfect to use on your spacing and contact point. So you can do the same drills. You take your left hand, that's my contact point, and I hit. So I have my spacing here. I can do the second drill as well, like this. And lastly, I can hit my normal backhands. So I'm watching my contact point, spacing, and then I hit. So the nice thing about this, you can use it at home as well. So you don't have to be in a tennis court. And you can do footwork patterns, side step, step in. So the perfect partner to practice on a contact point and the spacing to a ball. What about the technique? Some common mistakes I see is getting too close to the body and traveling behind you. If you're doing this, it's really difficult to hit out here and it will be jammed like this. So make sure your arms are a little bit further out and your racket, the butt cap, wants to point towards the belly button. So when I'm turning, I'm just turning my shoulders, my hips, and pivoting my foot and having my racket still. That's how I get the proper take back. So I'm standing here, having that butt cap pointing towards my belly button the whole time, not moving my arms, rotating, turning my shoulders, turning my hip, pivoting my left foot, shoulders to the net, I step in and go forward. And from this position, I want to think about hitting the net post over there. So I'm going out to the net post, stretching out and over the shoulder. So that drill we did like this. Make sure you're having your strings towards your target. So this is the reason I believe the contact point in tennis is the most important thing to practice on. Because if you have the perfect contact point every time, you will have the proper spacing as well. The same goes to forehand. If you have a proper contact point, you will have a proper spacing. So practice on the contact point, okay? Really focus on that every time you step onto the court. That's how you get proper spacing on your two-handed backhand.